Are you sick and tired of every single game you play being the same piece of garbage you played a couple of minutes ago, a couple of months ago? I mean, a couple of years ago? Do you want to go back to the glory days? To these clips right here?
What the fucking god? What do you think you're doing? Don't you dare invade my base like that. Oh my golly, I'm so good with the spawns and shit.
Well then, let me introduce you to XDefiant. XDefiant is Ubisoft's new arena shooter, and I'm just saying, I've been having a blast. It's pretty much the same feeling that I used to have in the old Call of Duty days, playing Black Ops 3. I mean, I'm kind of new, I'm like 17. I haven't really played a lot of the OG CODs, but it does give me that feeling. The old Halos as well, like, it's just a great arena shooter. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some of the pros, some of the cons, and some of my concerns for the future. So in the background, you'll see some of my gameplay. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, here we're going to start out with some of the pros. And starting off with the first one is that it is free to play. That is a big plus it has over Call of Duty, and it's a change that Halo made a couple of years ago with the release of Halo Infinite, and I think it's one of the biggest benefits of the game. I think you should give it a try yourself, and it's not that intense. I think it's only about 30 to 60 gigabytes, so you should absolutely give it a try yourselves. That is one thing, and the other pro I have is that the game feels amazing. Like, every single gun is well balanced. I'd say I've played with a variety of different guns. I've played with snipers, LMGs, marksman rifles, ARs, and all of them feel like they're well balanced. If you've seen exclusive Aces video, you'll see that all of the ARs, all of the SMGs are kind of interchangeable except one or two. There's no necessary meta, which I really like. I can really play with any gun, and they all feel great. They don't feel like the same gun copy and pasted, and they all feel different. I've really been enjoying my experience, but I think that'll lead us to the first big con, which is the weapon XP. I've played with so many different guns, and because of that, I haven't really been able to level up a single gun very much. I'm level 43 now, which is relatively high, and until now the highest gun I have is the P90, and it's only level 39. I say that only, but that's still a high level, and the other guns I have are pretty decent levels, and that's just mainly because I had double XP on. But without double XP, the weapon leveling is very, very slow, and I think that's something that has been addressed and will change for the foreseeable future. So that is my big critique for now. The second critique I have is that the maps are great. This is a pro, I know I said critique, but it's just so good. Every single map is refreshing. I don't find a map that is like, I'm trying to back out of it. I'm really enjoying every single map. My only critique with the maps is that some of the maps are locked behind certain game modes. So you have some maps that are only available for control and escort, which I think the maps, while yes, they're huge, but I feel like they would work for the other modes as well. I don't know, it's just one critique. I feel like it's more content that could be used, but at the end, I feel like that's just a bit of a nitpicky critique for me. I'm really liking all the maps. They have a 3-lane style, and the spawns are really good. I have seen some complaints on Twitter about the spawns, but I just feel like they don't understand the spawn system yet. For me, the spawns feel coherent, and I can really understand them in comparison to several years of squad spawns in Call of Duty for the past years. This feels great. It's very refreshing. Moving on, we have the skill gap. I feel like the skill gap in this game is very, very nice to see. In many Call of Duties past, it felt like I could die from someone playing on a potato controller. Seriously. This game, it feels like there is a solid skill gap, but it doesn't mean that it's completely difficult to play. It's not exclusive to only those who are skilled at the game. You can still play it and pick it up. It's just there's more to learn. There's a skill gap there. You can improve instead of everyone being close to the same playing field. And this moves on to the second point, which is that the game has no SBMM. I feel like the game, or the devs, introduced a very cool idea with the welcome playlist for those until level 25. These players will play against each other and feel the SBMM to kind of learn the game and get on their feet. But after that, there's no SBMM, and I've been having a great time. It's not like every single game is fantastic or is a 10 KD game or something. No, it's a well-balanced game. It doesn't feel like I'm playing against absolute demons every single look. And it's not like I'm playing absolute bots either. It's more of a even balance. Like, I see a sweaty player here and there, and most teams are like a balance of sweaty and not that great of players. Even my team is not that great always. It's random. It doesn't feel like I'm playing on absolute demon time every single time just to get a couple of kills and end up with a 1 KD. No, it's a more fun experience, and that's how pubs should be. And speaking of anything that is not pubs, I'm going to talk about the rank play because I feel like this game is really well put for rank play, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I'm hoping that rank play comes soon with no delays because I think that's one crucial thing to keep the game alive. And this game is really exciting on the rank play front. I'd love to see how the competitive ecosystem is built for this game, especially knowing that X is behind the game. And speaking of X, that brings me to the dev team. I'm absolutely in love with this dev team. Seriously, the communication on Twitter has been really refreshing to see. The only developer I've really seen communicate like that from the Call of Duty front is Sledgehammer. Treyarch already know what the community wants, so that's one thing, and there's no communication at all from Infinity Ward. So to see this type of communication and reply from all the developers is absolutely fantastic. And I just have faith in this developer team. They really understand what the community wants, and moving forward, I just hope they keep up with the pace and they don't let the game slow down. Finally, I really enjoy having the lower aim assist. So in Call of Duty, I feel like the aim assist the past couple of years has been incredibly high. And I'm not saying that they lowered it to a place where you cannot play. I'm just saying that they lowered it to a place where the aim assist is not really aiming for you. You need to have a bit of aim, and there's still aim assist there. It's just a higher skill gap. And now I'm gonna dig in a bit into the cons. I really don't have a lot for this game, but I just say I picked some nitpicky things that I think should be in the game and are not currently. So firstly, private matches. I feel like private matches are a staple in any arena shooter. To play 1v1s, to create matches with your friends, they're a staple, and I really hope to see them soon. Headshots in the kill feed. This is a bit of a nitpicky thing, but when you get a headshot, it doesn't appear in the kill feed, it only appears in an icon in front of you, but it doesn't appear for everyone else. And as a sniper myself, I personally think that this is something you need in the game. I really want to see more content like free skins and cosmetics, because not only the ones in the store and in the battle pass, I just want to see it for challenges or for something else. And speaking of challenges, I want to see more calling cards or something, or any achievement for getting a nuke or high kill streak, because it honestly doesn't feel like I did something when I get that high kill streak, or as you'll see in this gameplay, a 20 kill streak. And I think faction balancing could be better. I think that for now, Libertad and the Invisibility or Intel faction is absolutely far and away the best. They're way better than the other two or other three factions, and I think some faction balancing could be needed. Some people say that no kill streaks are a con for this game, but I personally don't think so. I think that the hero abilities kind of counteract the kill streaks, and I feel like the people who are asking for kill streaks are just very used to Call of Duty. I think something like a UAV or something, while it would be interesting, and I would like it to get more kills around the map, I just feel it would completely invalidate the Intel faction. And I think that people that are complaining about the lack of kill streaks are not really understanding that it's not really a part of the game, or should be a part of the game. The other thing is bullet reg. I feel like bullet reg has been not really great. You'll see in a clip at the end of this video, a clip of a bullet absolutely curving around the wall, curving around the Great Wall of China. I mean, this is not lag, this is pure netcode issue. I know they fixed it since the beta, and it has been better since the beta, but I've still been dying in these ways, and I think it's a big issue to address. And also another thing, I'd love to see more stats, player stats, and kill numbers and stuff like that, instead of just having a 1.8 KD or a skill rating of some sorts that I don't really know what that entails. I want to see the amount of kills, the amount of deaths, and specifically why I'm getting this stuff. I also have worries with Ubisoft as the publisher. Now, I know we have a great developer team, but the publisher as Ubisoft is something that worries me. They've been known to be a greedy publisher, and I just don't know how that is going to affect the development process. I need to see Ubisoft market this game more and keep it alive if it wants to have any hope of competing with the games in the modern industry. And I also have worries about the player retention. I really want to see this game succeed, but I'm not sure how this game is going to compete if they don't constantly update it, if Ubisoft doesn't constantly market it, and I feel like Ubisoft might leave it to dry and worry about other games and other franchises like Assassin's Creed or like Rainbow Six if they see it not as successful as they would have hoped. Here, I kind of put my faith in the developer team and hope all is well. And finally, I'd like to see more wallbangs. Now, I know I complained about bullets feeling like they curve around the walls, but I'd like to feel that the bullets shoot through the walls, not curve around them. There hasn't really been any wallbangable spots, and I feel like wallbangs could be used here, but I also understand if they're not in the game. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I know I sound a bit choppy, the recording system I'm using is a bit botched, but if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you'd like to see more. If you'd like to see more XDefiant, if you'd like to see some Call of Duty. I mean, I'm down to play anything at this point. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.